everyone, welcome back to Anna Gables. The first book. We are looking at chapter 4. And it has about close to 30 chapters. Cause I flipped through this like, is that long? Yeah, it's gonna take us 1,000 years. JK. It's gonna take us a long time. Anyway, chapter 4, Morning in Gables. It was broad daylight when Aunt Logan sat up in bed, and confusedly at the window filled with the floor of cheery sunshine was pouring in, and outside was something light and feathery waved across skimmings of blue sky. For a moment she could not remember where she was. This came on a delightful thrill as of something very pleasant and a horrible remembrance. This was Green Gables, and they didn't want her because she wasn't a boy. But it was morning, and yes, it was a cherry tree, full blossom outside her window. With a bound, she was out of bed and across the floor. She pulled up the sash. She pushed up the sash, and went up swiftly and creaky, as it hadn't been open for a long time. Which was the case. And it stuck so tight then. Hunting was needed to hold it up. And dropped on her knees and gazed out into the June morning, eyes glistening with delight. Well, wasn't it beautiful? Wasn't it a lovely place? Suppose she wasn't. Yeah! Suppose she wasn't really going to stay here. She could imagine she was. There was scope for imagination here. A huge cherry tree grew outside, so close that it brought tapped against the house, and it was all thick set with blossoms. Hardly a leaf was to be seen. On both sides of the house was a big orchard with one of apple trees and one of cherry trees. Both showered over with blossoms. And the grass was all sprinkled with dandelions. And right below were lilac trees, purple with flowers, and dizzy, sweet fragrance drifted up to the window on the morning wind. Below the garden, a green field lush with clover stooped down to the hollow. The brook ran with scopes of a white birches grew upspringing the airy have underground suggested of delightful possibilities in ferns and mosses and mossy things generally. Beyond it was a hill, green and feathery with spruce and fir. There was a gap in it, and a great gable, then the little house she had seen on the side of the lake of shining lights was visible. Up to the left were big barns, and beyond them, way down over green, low sloping fields was a sparkling blue glimpse of sea, and speedy loving eyes lingered on it all, taking and greedy in. She had looked on so many unlovely places in her life, poor child, but this was as lovely as anything she had ever seen. She got there, lost everything, but alone, loveliness ran her, till she was startled by a hand on her shoulder. Mariah come in unheard by his old dreamer. "Please tell me about this," she said curtly. Mariah really did not know how to speak to the child, and careful against made her crisp and curve, and she did not mean to be. Anne stood up and drew a long breath. "Oh, isn't it wonderful?" she said, waving her hand contentedly at the good world outside. "What is a big tree?" said Mariah, "and balloons great. And the fruit don't amount to much either. Small will me." "No." "I don't mean just the tree. Of course it's lovely, yes. And really lovely. It blooms as it meant it. And I meant everything. The garden, the ocean, the brook, and the woods. The whole big deal of. Don't you feel? If you just let the world on the mind like this, Like you need the book laughing all the way up here. Have you ever noticed what cheerful things books are? They're always laughing, even in the wintertime. I've heard them under ice. So glad there's a book named Green Gables. Perhaps you think it doesn't make any difference to me and you're not going to keep me, but it does. I shall always like to remember that there's a book that Green Gables, even if I never see it again. If there was a book, beyond your very uncomfortable feeling, there ought to be one. I'm not in the depths of despair, it's funny. I can never be in the morning. Isn't it a splendid thing that there are minds? And if you face it, and just been imagining it was really me you wanted after all, and I must stay here forever and ever. It's very comfortable and elastic, but list imagining things that the time comes when you have to stop and that hits. Okay, back to the book. Yeah. You must get to this. And condenses and never mind your imagination. The Mariah Jones again it word twice. Their face is reading. How's your face and comb your hair? Make the window up. Until your bed closed. Back over the bed. As much as you can. And could Melanie be smart to some purpose for that while she was downstairs in 10 minutes time. When her clothes neatly on, her hair brushed and braided, and face washed, like untable consciousness in her soul, Jack filled all Mariah's requirements. Matter of fact, she had forgotten to turn back the bed clothes. I'm pretty hungry this morning, she announced. She looked into the chair Mariah placed for her. Well, that's no ain't much only nice she did last night. And well, I had a sunshiny morning, but I like rainy mornings very well too. All sorts of interesting, don't you think? You don't know what's gonna happen. Not today. There's so much scope for imagination. I'm glad it's not raining today. Because it's easy beachy full up under eviction. On a sunshiny day. I feel I have a good deal to be up under. It's all very well. Read about others and imagine yourself living for them equally. But it's not so nice when you have to, when you really come to have them, isn't it? Well, please, Zeke, hold your tongue, said Mariah. And that's really too much for a little girl. Thereupon, you held her tongue tightly. Until they though her continued silence made Mariah rather nervous, as if in the presence of something not exactly natural. Now he also held his tongue. For this at least was natural, so the meal was a very silent one. As it progressed and became more and more abstract, eating mechanically, when the big eyes fixed constantly unseeingly and Kay outside the window. Miss Mariah more nervous than ever. She had an uncomfortable feeling that wildest child's body might be there at the table. Her spirit was far away. Somewhere in cloudland. One lost on the wings of imagination. Who once should have left the place? Yet Matthew wished to keep her. Of all uncomfortable things. Maria had that he want just as this morning as he had the night before. And then he would go on watching it. That was Matthew's way. Take a limb to his head and cling to it with the most amazing sign. Was intensely, intentionally, 10 times more pop in it. Crucial. It's very science that if he had talked it up. When the meal was ended, Anne came out of the ravine, nothing to wash the dishes. Clean and wash the dishes right. That's Mariah. Distrustfully. We will. I'm better looking after children, though. And what? Someone explains at that. Such a pity you haven't any here for me to look after. I don't feel as if I'm all my children look after that. I got the present. You're probably enough and all concerns. What's to be done with you, I don't know. I feel it's the most ridiculous man. And he's lovely, Anne said wistfully. He's so very sympathetic. He didn't mind how much I talked. He seemed to like it. I felt he was dirt straight soon. As ever I saw. We both clear enough. And that's what you mean by kindred spirits. The Mariah with a sniff. Yes, you may wash the dishes. Take plenty of hot water. And be sure you dry them well. I got enough to tend this morning, for I had to dry up the white sands. Afternoon, Dean Spencer. You'll come with me and we'll settle what's to be done with you. After you finish the dishes, go upstairs and make your bed. You wash the dishes. Definitely enough. As Renee kept the shop eye in the process. This did. Hang on, she made it. But less successfully. Well, she had never learned the art of wrestling with a vertic. It was done somehow, smooth down. Then Mariah, to get rid of her. told her she might go outdoors and amuse herself till dinner time. Anna flew to the door, placed the light, eyes glowing. On the very threshold, she stopped short. Near the bell. He Margaret sat down by the table, lighting low, especially supposed to if someone had clapped a signature on her. What's the matter now, man and Maria? I don't dare go out. That end. Natona, I, Kurt, punishing all our rejoice. If I can't see it, there's no use in me my loving Green Gables. And if I go out there and get clean with all the trees and flowers and nurture in the brook, I'll not be able to help loving it. I've done enough now, I don't want to make it harder. I want to go out so much, everything seems to be calling to me. And come to us. And one thing, but it's better than that. There's no use in loving things to be joyful for them, is there? And it's still hard to keep on loving things, isn't it? That is why I was so glad I thought I was going to get here. I thought I have so many things to love, and nothing to hinder me. But that brief dream is over. I'm trying to my feet now. But I don't think I'll go out for fear again. I'm reasoning again. What's the name of that? Janina, living us still, please. Plus the apples and the Janina. Oh! I don't mean that sort of name. I mean just a name. Give you his tail. Can you give it a name? Can you give it one then? Wait, call it, let me see. Bunny will do. May you call it Bunny one here? Oh, please to let me. Goodness, I don't care. Well, that is. That's a name. John Raynham. Oh, I like things happening those, even if they're only geraniums. It makes them seem more like people. How do you know? But that it hurts of genetics, because that's been called it. Nothing else. You're not allowed to be called nothing but a woman all the time. He's out, calling it Bunny. So name that cherry tree. Outside my bedroom window this morning. I called it Snow Queen because it's so late. Because it'll always be in blossom, but one can imagine that it is one. I never in my life will let anything to equal her. When I in a treat, then the cellar of the potatoes. She is kind of interesting. It's he says, I cannot. I can feel already, and I'm wondering what on earth she'll say next. She'll be casting a spell over me too. She cast it off her nephew. The look he gave me he went out, said everything. He said or hinted as I over again. I wish he was like other men and would tuck things out Buddy rings her back, then, making him into reason. But what is to lay down with a man who just looks and made absent of the being reaching their hands at her eyes in the sky. And Mariah turning from herself, her niche. Then Mariah left her till the early dinner was on the table. I suppose I can have the main buggy this afternoon, Matthew, to Mariah. Matthew and I looked wistfully in Anne. Mariah intercepted a look and seconded me. I'm going to drive over the right sands and sell this deal. I'll take Anne with me and Miss Spencer will make it agents send her back to Nova Scotia once. I'll take your tea out for you. And I'll make home in time to milk the cows. So Matthew said nothing, and Mariah had a sense of wasted words and breath. There's nothing more aggravating than a man who won't talk back. Was a woman who what? Have you hitched the squirrel into the buggy? Two times, and the ant turned off. Have you opened your gate for them as they slowly drove through? It said to nobody in particular, it seemed. No drive One Creek was here this morning. I told him I guess I'll hire him for the summer. I made no reply. As he heads down, Hoggy Squirrel. It says vicious clip with that the fat mare. I used to such treatment. Listening down the lane, a loving pace. I looked back once it's the buggy van still on. So that could be Matthew. Leaning over the gate, looking wistfully after them. So that is chapter 4. Next week, chapter 5.